Okay, I'm going to got the broken stud here. Actually, this is a broken stud, but this is the broken stud that's been drilled out right the way through, and the stud extractor is inside and it's sheared off. It's outrageously hard tool. It's hardened tool steel, zero chance of drilling it. I've tried, if you've got a sharp eye, you might just be able to see I've tried to centre punch it, but it's snapped the point off the punch. And what I've done, because the stud had been drilled down the centre, there was like just like a donut of stud steel, which was hard, but not as hard as the extractor. And I've been around with you see the little scratches, they're not deep. I've been around very carefully with a hacksaw and just sort of trimmed off the fragments. So that, I think, is largely exposed stud extractor. The conditions are just bloody awful. It's November, it's freezing, it's pissing it down with rain, and I'm trying to do this in the street. I don't know how much you can see because I know the camera's getting wet. What I'm going to, actually the point's broken off the grinder as well, which is not going to help. I'm going to try and tap this. You never know, I might be able to sort of tap it with a punch to the right, of course, because this is a left-handed key. I might be able to, I've already tried having grips, you know, mole grips, to try and, there's only about 1 millimetre of stud showing. I've tried to sort of turn it, but let's see if I can't sort of tap it out to the right. I don't want to tap it hard because I don't want to damage the aluminium, of course. Bloody hell. Anyway, now I need to sharpen the punch. I've blunted I've rounded the tip of the punch by trying to, you know, put a centre punch in here. My hands are completely in the way here, but you try and get the idea. I tried to punch a centre. It's made a little mark, but it's not. It just flattened the head of my punch. I've got a grinder somewhere. I'll be able to resharpen it. I don't know. No. My punch is, then again, it doesn't matter how sharp the punch is. That piece of, this is a hard tool steel, but that theoretically that stud extractor is even harder. So this is what I'm going to do anyway. I'm just going to spend a bit of time. You're just hoping to sort of dislodge it. So if I can dislodge it, I'll be able to drill the remnants out and re-tap this. But what a swine. I don't know. I'd say it's pissing it down with rain. Not very nice. Cold, wet, and a miserable job to boot. You've got to really, really want one of these cars to tolerate what I go through to fix this and keep it on the road. When people ask, I say, don't do it. I love mine, and it's worth the intense aggro and pain to me. But if you didn't really, really, really want one of these, there's no way it would be this level of aggro. And paying somebody thousands to do all the jobs that I do to this obviously wouldn't be worth it either. To most people, that is. Ugh. Come on. At some point it's got to just loosen slightly, it just has to. And then it will just hopefully just pop out to the right. And then we'll be in a position to re-drill it. Come on. I'm sure if I spend long enough. I don't think it's damaging. No, it's not damaging the head, thankfully. Completely soaked through. It's not going to make much difference really. I can't get much wetter than I already am. I can get colder, but I can't get much wetter. I'm already totally drenched. Come on. There we go. Jesus fucking bloody God. Excuse my cursing. Ah. What a bloody job. I don't know if I'm wasting my time, but this is the most likely to work to sort of shock it out. I don't want to use a power tool to try and flatten it. You know, the power tool will damage the edge of the cylinder head here. It's got a few minor scratches, but I've got to dress the whole face with emery, and I'll be able to polish those slight scratches from the hacksaw out. But anyway, the camera's in the way. I just wanted to show you this, and the camera's getting absolutely soaked. The lens is completely, it's got water dribbling down it. I don't know how much is actually picking up on the screen there, but anyway, let me turn this off, and I need to pop my gloves off to be able to turn the camera off and put the camera somewhere dry and safe.